The road to knowing is where you're going. You're only gonna find it if you follow your heart. And if you don't really know where you're going, then you won't figure out where you are. And if you feel just persistent, past resistance, you'll be lost until you follow your heart. And if you don't even know where you're going, but you've already traveled so far. Living, chasing a dream that has no meaning. You'll be lost until you follow your
Welcome to the Circle of Grace 1. Well, I'm your host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, and I just happened to find this in this very here, Follow Your Heart by Sarah Ozell. Well, this is also known here at Spreaker.com, internet radio, as the Francis Revels-Bey Show, and I'm coming on again. This is episode number 7. It is approximately 12:16 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Well, this is a great opportunity to put up some information and, experiment a little bit and try something different by putting a little music out here. Well, what I wanted to talk about is sometimes I'm constantly using this term called DNA, and I've decided to add another letter onto it, so it's now DNAA. And what is that all about? Well, usually when I use the acronym DNA, I'm talking about your divine nature that is already activated in you. So by adding that extra A on there as DNAA, that's your divine nature that's not only already activated, but you're putting it into action every day. It is your core I am presence that you are putting into action every day. And this is an opportunity for you to really begin to explore who you really are right now and to become and be more of that I am presence on earth. So we're in this golden opportunity, this change of energy that has been happening, not only just from the winter solstice of 2012, not only just from the end of the Mayan calendar and opening up into a brand new cosmic calendar, but we've been evolving for quite some time now, and we're learning how to pay more attention to grow in our awareness and then rely on our remembrance of the special awarenesses that we have that is happening, that is birthing on the inside of us. So this is an opportunity for all of us to really begin to graduate and move into the realm of spirit here on earth. And this is why I've said before that false integration is ego in matter, but true integration is spirit in matter. matter. So your physical body is matter, okay? But what really matters, or what really comes of the mother, because the word matter comes out of the word mater, and the word material comes out of the word mater. Mater is mother. So the alma mater is the divine feminine mother, the goddess mother of the universe, and we are coming out of that, and we're birthing out of that into a new beginning now, which is going to take on a whole new understanding. And so I'm here for this brief episode number 7 for Circle Grace 1 as DNAA. So we're thinking about what is our true nature. How are we put together here? We're put together and we're based and we're growing and we're alive and we're connected. We're totally integrated, 360 degrees, 100% spirit. And this spirit energy has an intelligent form. It has an intelligence consciousness, and we are that. We are constantly expressing the divine on earth. We are constantly expressing the divine through our heart. So we're constantly living in the creation of divinity. We're constantly living the animation, the organic intelligence of Mother Earth. It's in us. It's embedded in us. Every chemical known to quote-unquote humanity or mankind is embedded where in the earth as well as in the universe. Every strata of information is not only in the universe, but it's embedded in the soul energy of the earth, within our being. And so here we are expressing our divinity. And we're reaching and we're growing and we're graduating. And many of us who have traveled upon this solo path are realizing now that the masters before us have done the same. In their solo journey, they have met with other like minds, with their soul family or their soul mates and their twin flames, and been able to work together as a whole. So this is an opportunity where we're beginning to express our divinity, our divine nature. Is already there on the inside. All we have to do is get in touch with it, tap into it. So what are the different ways that we can tap into it? Well, you can take numerous classes, be it online, teleseminars, teleconferences, webinars, web conferences. You can attend spiritual conferences in person, spiritual expos. You can go to an energy body worker, such as a Reiki master or a master of massage therapy to work on you, or a chiropractor that understands energy, acupressurists and acupuncturists. You can study Qigong, Tai Chi Chuan, different forms of karate, different forms of yoga to bring you into a state of awareness. Different forms of meditation will bring you into a state of greater awareness. Different forms of yoga will bring you into a state of awareness. So maybe you'll study colors, auras, chakras, sound, those different hertz sounds of tuning forks and crystal bowls. Or maybe you'll go into crystals themselves, crystallics, the study of gems and the energy and the frequency that the gems give off. So there are different ways to activate your divine nature. But be aware that it has always been activated deep within your consciousness. From the time you were moving down the channels and the canals of the universe and decided willfully that you wanted to experience Mother Earth, the Milky Way, and all the other constellations, you have been always expressing your divine nature. It's always been opened up. All you had to do was get in touch with it and begin to activate it. So this is a divine moment in our lives where we're beginning to move forward now, and we're beginning to really acknowledge and embrace everything that is a part of us. We're finding out again and again and again that there are no gaps. We're finding out there's no breaks. If there are gaps and breaks, it's because we think they're there, or we may have absorbed that into our belief system that the gap is there, meaning that there's some form of separation, but there really isn't. So we're learning how to embrace our divinity, embrace our spirituality. We're learning how to embrace the light that we carry with ourselves, the light that is held deeply within ourselves, right down into ourselves, our cellular memory. And we are, in essence, in the body of the goddess energy of the universe, creation. We're in the body of that. Think of each one of the constellations, galaxies, as a cellular memory of the more infinite picture called Divine Source. And Divine Source provides for all. So therefore Divine Source is a divine providence. And we're all under the cover of the divine providence. We're all in unity under that divine providence. We all are a part of that divine providence. So we're all consciously moving either slowly or at a moderate pace or a fast pace, a quickened pace to the rhythm of the divine within ourselves. And this is now 2013, an opportunity to move further along the path of enlightenment, the path of the soul expression, the path of finding the soul signature of who you are. I was speaking with a friend and family member last week, and I was stating how my spiritual sister, my sister in my heart that's so rooted out here with me in spirit and progressing quite well along her path. And I mentor her, but she's mentoring me through health and wellness in her own way. So there's always a good energy exchange there. But I was mentioning how Spirit gave me this expression to give to her, and the expression basically was that for every karmic act, there is a dharma. And once you understand first what your dharma is, then your karma becomes easy. Your karma is just your state of being where you're working on having greater balance in that sense. So every action affects and impacts something else. But if you understand what your dharma is, your dharma, D-H-A-R-M-A, you understand what your dharma is. What is your life's purpose? What is your purpose for acting, evolving, being, doing, saying, speaking, living, breathing? When you come into that state of awareness, then your karma is no longer difficult for you. And whatever difficulties that you do experience in your life, your current life stream on Mother Earth, it won't weigh you down. Why? Because you won't identify with it as being you. It's just energy that you're flowing through. Think of it this way. You're dealing with many people in third dimensional consciousness, and a part of you is still there. But that third dimensional consciousness that you are carrying is really just a remnant. You are born with the awareness of that third dimensional consciousness, that third dimensional realm of thinking. But as you graduate spiritually, as you evolve in your awareness, your consciousness, you begin to remember. You begin to step back into the greater Akashic realms of the God consciousness, of the goddess energy consciousness. And you begin to remember, meaning put all the puzzle pieces back together. And as you put all the puzzle pieces back together, then you have an awakening. Not just a reawakening, but an awakening. See, it's not a reawakening, waking up at the same point. You're waking up further down the line, but fully blossomed, you see, like a lotus petal. Fully blossomed like a rose. Fully blossomed, meaning grown into a new being. But in its pure essence, your spirit has been always in motion. If you listen to episode number 6 that was done about an hour or so earlier, you will come to the understanding that spirit is I am. I am is spirit. And if you are a reflection of that, then you too are also spirit. You too are also I am. And the expression of that I am in its infinite ways. So we begin to graduate and flow and take on this flow that's steady. And we take on this flow in moderation and balance. We have what? Greater harmony, greater understanding. Whatever we are remembering is the wisdom that we are pulling out of the archives of our divinity and placing it in our present tense, our present moment, our current energy flow. So this is an opportunity to understand why I use the acronyms DNA and DNAA. DNA is your divine nature that is already activated within you right down to your cellular memory. And when I say DNAA, that divine nature which has been already tapped and activated is now continuously in action, meaning that it was already in action before you just became more aware of it. So you might say your DNA awareness has been activated and is placed in motion. And now you are aware through your remembrance that it has always been in motion. So this is an opportunity to really begin to graduate, begin to move forward. And as we begin to move forward now, our life is going to become more exciting. Our life is going to become more expansive. We're going to have greater keys of wellness placed in our hands. We're going to remember the greater keys of wellness. We're going to link up with the ancestors, not just your distant ancestors, just your ancestors, those who were in the light walking on the face of the earth when you were born. You're going to link with them as well, because those who have passed on and transitioned to the spirit will be here for you always. Not just the angels, it's not just the ascended masters that we all speak of universally. But if you think of those loved ones that gave you wisdom, that helped bring you through the canal of birth into this existence, they were masters also. Just like you're finding out that you're a master. Every child that's born, coming into being since the early 1900s, mid 1900s, latter 1900s, 2000 now, all of these children remember. They have a divine consciousness. They already remember and know that. They just have to be around folks that can help bring it out, that can help them remember. In fact, that's what education is. Education is really presenting information, a massive amount of information to someone, and you're helping them to remember. So you're not so much teaching that individual, that pupil already has that information embedded within them. You're just bringing out information, and one of those tracks of information is going to cause them to remember. Is going to cause them to delve into the journey themselves, to reawaken, and then step forward into a full awakening of who they really are. So this is an opportunity to share this information in this episode number 7. I hope that it's a blessing to you, the information that I'm giving here on Spreaker.com. This is the Francis Revels-Bey Show, but it is also known as the Circle of Grace One's spiritual network. So I want you to really take a look at some of these programs that I'm putting out there. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at iam.circleofgrace with the number 1 at the end at yahoo.com, or Bishop Francis, that's BishopFrancis at circleofgrace1.net. Now, before I sign off, I want to let you know that I'm doing a prepaid teleseminar this month on Monday, March the 18th at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, it's a prepaid teleseminar. You can simply pay for it. It only costs a fee of $20 to join this teleseminar. The title is called Decree and It Shall Be, and I'm going to teach the science of decreeing. That's how to speak with your words in such a way that you create an opening of opportunities into your life. And in this special teleseminar, it's going to go approximately 75 to 90 minutes. I'm going to give you some live decrees, and I'm going to teach several of the decrees so that you'll be able to get the information. Now, what's so important about this, for all of you who sign up, you will receive a decree in the email after you pay for the fee to get into the teleseminar. Now, how will you do that? Well, you're going to go to circleofgrace1.net. You're going to go to this special link, http://circleofgrace1.net, and you're going to come to the home page. You're going to click on Home Services, top line, right sidebar. New page will come up for you, and that's the Home Services page, the second page. You're going to scroll down right on the left-hand side where it says New Teleseminar, and in red it says Tuesday, March 18th, 2013, and right underneath there it says Decree and It Shall Be. And if you read the instructions, you'll be able to pay for it with a credit or debit card or e-check right there at PayPal. And as soon as you complete that transaction, you email me at iam.circlegrace1@yahoo.com or bishopfrancis@circlegrace1.net, and I will give you the teleseminar 10-digit call-in number as well as your 6-digit access code PIN number that you'll use to enter into the teleseminar. And I'll give you an additional instructions right then and there in your email inbox. So kindly, if you want to join me on the evening of March the 18th, 2013 at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 8 p.m. East Coast, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, then make sure you get your payment of $20 in so you can participate on Monday the 18th, 2013 for that special teleseminar that I'm teaching called Decree and It Shall Be. All your payments should be in no later than Sunday or Monday by 5 o'clock. Now, there'll be some other people that may not want to use PayPal, but get in touch with me and I'll show you how to link up and get your payment in ahead of time. Well, until next time, I just want to thank you for letting me be here. This is the Francis Revels-Bey show, and also the Circle of Grace 1 was founded on July 2nd, 1999 AD under the aegis and the anointing of the Angel of Grace through divine providence. It gave birth to its own spiritual metaphysical institute, 5-leveled course institute called the Circle of Divine Grace and Remembrance on February 7th, 2009. While I'm the host, Chief Principal Teacher and Founder, Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, before I sign off, I want to say, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
How you gonna know when you're chasing shadows?
to this